Hello and welcome back to Fist Entertainment. This time for my next review of Fast 5 from 2011, I believe. Yep, 2011. But let's go ahead and make sure on this. We should put this stuff on discs. Yeah, looks like it. 2011. All right, so Fast 5 from 2011, the fifth installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, is a part of this lovely 4K Fast and Furious 8 film collection. All right, Fast 5. Well, I did mention in the previous 4 reviews that I always thought the Fast 5 was the odd duck in the franchise. Boy, was I wrong. After rewatching Fast 5, I have come to discover that Fast 5 is definitely a highlight of the franchise. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to check and make sure that the release date is accurate. So let's give me a second and we will make sure. Yes, 2011. Let's make sure I got that right. So now we can really truly continue now with this. All right. I did see Fast 5 in theaters, and I just, for the longest time, I always thought it was a little bit different and off from their ones in a bad way. It's actually quite the opposite. It's actually, in a good way, different from the previous 4 films. This one's way more action-packed, crazier stunts. I mean, literally, they're hauling freaking big-ass safes. They're like made of titanium steel and destroying buildings and running through buildings with them, hauling in my cars. I mean, it's pretty nuts, I would say, when it comes down to Fast 5. I think the introduction of Dwayne Johnson is Luke Hobbs is actually pretty cool, and how they introduced him. I'm only doing this late at night because I am going to be watching Furious 6 after this review. I'll probably review that again. Review that obviously after I watch it. But basically, I just thought this film was stunning. I mean, it came in as a big surprise. It came in as a real big surprise. I don't know what it is about me the first time I watched these movies back to back. I just, maybe it was my alcoholism that I used to have, which I really don't have anymore. Maybe there's that clear-headedness of actually being able to watch these movies and pay completely attention to them. I don't know what it is, but this one really surprised me. And I gotta tell you, I very much enjoyed it. So, premise of the film, following the events of Fast and Furious, after Brian O'Connor, as well as Dominic Toretto's sister and pretty much the entire crew and stuff, including Han, Rome, everybody breaking Toretto out of maximum security prison, they have gone into hiding and went to countries that they cannot be extradited from. And they meet up with, I always forget, they meet up with Vince, who we haven't seen since the first Fast and Furious film, who has been holding up, as well as in a non-extradited country, far, far away. And basically, they all end up in Brazil to take on a job for pretty much the Brazilian mobsters, I guess. It's pretty much ran by the richest man in Brazil, basically, if you want to call him that. And the job goes wrong, and they all find out that it's all over this chip that has information about scandals or payoffs, whatever. And so they decide to, I take it back. Locations of cash all over Brazil from drug deals and such. And so they decide that they are going to disappear after they steal all the money from all these cash houses. And they do so by having it all put into one location, by manipulating the situation and making this crooked billionaire and criminal mastermind get paranoid and press the panic button. But they also have a bigger problem, that being Lucas, who is part of Dtsx, which is a division of the FBI, that basically he's who you call if the FBI wants to find one of his own. So he hunts people, and he's hunting Toretto and his team. Obviously, Don Toretto's again played by Vin Diesel, Brennan O'Connor's again played by Paul Walker, and so on. All of our characters are back. This is the one film where you're all in the movie. All of them are actually in it. You have Rome in the movie, you have Han in the movie, you have Toretto in the film, you have Connor in the film. I'm trying to remember Donnie Toretto's sister's name. For some reason, it's a name I just can't remember. And of course, you have Vince in the movie. And of course, you have Dtsx, again played for the second time, I believe, at this point. He's played for the second time by Chris Ludacris, obviously. Don't remember her name. Maybe I'll remember her name after watching the sixth film later. But it's basically what they do, and eventually, they do get all the money and get away and to win. I also might add that Luke Hobbs, which of course is played for the first time by Dwayne Johnson, basically teams up with them to take out this corrupt billionaire after his team is slaughtered, and he is saved by Toretto and his team. Nia, okay, I finally got it. Nia, that's Tony Toretto's sister's name, or Mia. Yeah, actually, Mia. Yeah, Mia. So there you go, Mia. And we got that. Sorry, it took us so long to figure that one out. All right, now quality of the movie. Quality of the movie, very, very surprising on a few things. First thing off the bat, this is very, very surprising to me, especially considering it was made in 2011. This film is in 2.35.1 and not 2.40.1, which is very interesting considering the fact that Fast and Furious from 2009 was in 2.4/1. But I like it when the film's in 2.35/1 because that's actually was filmed in. 2.39 or 2.40.1 is usually a modification of the 2.35.1 film aspect ratio that film was actually filmed in. All right, now where is it very surprising? Okay, this, as I do recall, I did mention in the previous reviews that Fast 5 is a very, very dark filmed movie in terms of photography and videography. Is a very dark looking movie. So I was very, very much looking forward to watching this one in particular because I wanted to see what they did to make this film better in the 4K version. All I can say is if you have an HDR as well as Dolby Vision set up, you're not going to be disappointed with this one. This one really does bring out all the stops. Because of the overuse of black levels in this movie, it really pumps that up a bit with good contrast. You can actually see things in this movie. While in the subsequent regular Blu-ray and DVDs, you never really could see things completely due to the fact that the film is so dark looking and with warm tones and stuff. You can see things very clearly in this. It's almost like it plays with it quite well. And when it does have bright sequences, it's very good. Details are very heightened up in a very good way. Now to finish this off, because we only have a few seconds, like half a minute here. Audio. This is a very surprising thing too. All the previous films are inferior in every fucking way to this one. The Dtsx master audio is amazing in this movie. It's very subtle like it is in all the other films, but is much more noticeable when it comes to overhead height effects with this movie and object-based effects than the previous four. So very, very good. You're going to love your sound system on this one if you have a Dtsx decoder like I do. And to finish this off really quickly, yes, I did cuss in this review, but COPPA and YouTube Police, these movies, again, are not for children. And I'm not going to play that game. I do not see any reason why I should go ahead and child-proof these reviews because I don't intend to have them being watched by children. And that's all for this one. I'll see you guys next time for my review of Furious 6. Until then.